The God's Plan. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a kind and hardworking man named David. David was a farmer. He loved his family and worked every day to grow crops and take care of his wife and children. But for many years, his crops did not grow well. The soil was dry and the rain never came on time. David prayed every night, saying, God, why is this happening to me? I work so hard, but nothing is going right. Do you have a plan for me? One year, the situation became worse. There was no rain at all, and David's farm dried up completely. He had no money to buy food for his family. Sadly, David decided to leave the village and go to the city to look for work. He said goodbye to his wife and children and promised to come back soon with money to help them. As David walked toward the city, he saw a small bird lying on the ground. Its wing was broken and it couldn't fly. David felt sorry for the bird and thought, this bird is suffering just like me. He picked up the bird gently and made a small bandage for its wings using a piece of the cloth. Then he placed the bird under a tree where it could rest. After helping the bird, David continued his journey. He reached the city after walking for 2 days. The city was big and busy, and David felt lost. He went to many places asking for work, but no one wanted to hire him. He sat on the side of the road, feeling hopeless. God, why is this happening? I just only want to help my family. As David sat there, a man approached him. The man was well dressed and looked kind. He asked David, why do you look so sad? David told him about his farm, his family, and how he couldn't find work. The man listened carefully and said, I need someone to help me on my farm outside the city. Would you like to work for me? David was surprised and happy. He immediately said yes. The man took him to a beautiful farm. It was full of green plants and colorful flowers. David worked hard every day on the farm, and the man paid him well. David saved his money and sent it to his family in the village. One day, as David was working, he saw a small bird flying in the sky. It looked just like the bird he had helped on his way to the city. The bird circled above him and then flew away. David smiled and thought, maybe this is God's way of reminding me that everything happens for a reason. After a few months, David had enough money to return to his village. When he got home, he found that it had rained a lot and his farm was green again. With the money he had saved, David bought new tools and seeds. He worked hard and his farm became successful. David realized that the difficult times in his life were all part of God's plan. If his farm had not dried up, he would not have gone to the city. If he had not helped the bird, he might not have met the kind man who gave him work. Everything happened for a reason, and it all led to a better life for him and his family. The moral of the story is trust in God's plan even when life feels difficult. Believe that everything happens for a reason and good things will come in time.